Hey folks, it's Eric here, enjoying a beautiful sunrise in Mexico today. And I want to talk about why I'm skeptical of fiction as something that I should be spending my time watching or reading. I just woke up, so I'm not gonna talk as fast. I'm on my way to get my first coffee of the day. So I'm not going to talk as fast as I usually do, maybe. Whatever. So, I just woke up with this feeling, kind of like a hangover, in a hazy way. Because last night I kind of watched some fiction. I actually watched some episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, because it was Sunday evening. Finished all my eating and was winding down for sleep, but it was still like, I don't know, 6 o'clock, so I decided to watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which is one of my favorite all-time story arcs, because, you know, they have this long thing that later became popular in a lot of shows, to have a story arc that goes across multiple episodes, where you get to know the characters like you're freaking living with them, and you're watching them go through all these very human things over long format episodes that, you know, kind of highlight one or another aspect of humanity through the storytelling. Anyways, I rarely watch fiction. And the reason is because I feel it takes me and my mind away from actually being in tune with this life. So I'm skeptical of fiction. I'm skeptical whether it's a good thing for so many people in this world to spend so much time focusing their emotions and energy on people that don't actually exist. So, yeah. Because this world that we live in is just so fascinating, with so many nuances and so many different aspects of reality to discover. And I'm a big fan of YouTube. Obviously, you're watching this on YouTube now. You can get whatever you want, whatever you're interested in, on there, and an almost endless supply of stuff about it. And so it's like, the world is fascinating. The life is, you know, endless. So many characters out there. So many interesting people with interesting stuff that they're doing, and lots of dilemmas that you can explore in reality, different philosophies, politics, religion, science, different hobbies, so much, spirituality, nutrition, exercise. There's so much out there. And the feeling for me personally, when I don't do anything mildly, so it's usually like binge watching, where I will spend like 3 hours watching Star Trek, or I will spend days watching, what was that series a while ago, Breaking Bad. You know, it's so easy to immerse yourself in that world and actually care about these people that don't exist, and to be using your emotional energy to process situations that aren't actually real situations in the world. And I feel that, yeah, the more I do of that, like today, I've got Star Trek running through my brain when I'm daydreaming, whereas usually when I don't watch any fiction, or don't read any, I'm not a big reader. I'm more of watching and listening and stuff, because my mind just goes off in so many directions much faster than the words are passing by my eyes on the page. But when you have something sort of running in the background, or that you're watching, your mind can do that and get pretty anchored back on it pretty quickly. So yeah, I kind of feel like I'm a little bit further away from reality, daydreaming about this world of Star Trek that doesn't exist today. And I don't like it as a feeling, because I feel that this world is endless, in terms of the mystery that you can discover in it, and that this world is really what I want to be, and where I want to focus my energy is learning as much as I can about being a human being on this planet, because that's what I'm in for. And the more that I learn about it, the better I can play the game. And there's also stuff like the sorts of you're in fiction, you're exposed to situations that are inherently unrealistic. There's a lot more in certain genres, sci-fi being one of them, a lot more violence and a lot more extreme sort of blatant shock and awe sort of, people are, in order to have a successful film, you need to, or series, you need to have as much, flashing shiny objects, as many flashing shiny objects as you can to draw the audience in. And it just kind of desensitizes you to the nuances of this life. Like, street dogs and the different light of the way the sun rises and the different puddles on the road from the rain last night. And, especially in countries like this, seems like countries like Canada, where I grew up, are all about actually enabling people to have fiction addictions. So do you have a fiction addiction? And what does that do for you? Write me in the comments what your fiction addiction does that real life can't. I guess it's kind of like people who are addicted to pornography versus real sex or real fantasies that they have sexually about the people that they've actually had sex with. Fiction is like that. It's a sort of excessive, artificially pumped up and exaggerated account for, basically just desensitizing your entire system. So that's why I'm skeptical of fiction. Tell me about your fiction addiction, and tell me how you feel after you binge watch a show, and how does that help you succeed in life. Thanks a lot, guys. It's a wonderful world out there. Look at this, all these different things in countries like this, Mexico, where it's really just a lot more random and a lot more mishmash than places like Canada, where I grew up, where everybody's got a fiction addiction, most people. And this whole society is pretty much geared towards you being a consumer of fiction, of crappy food, and all sorts of other marketing that comes along with those things. So I'm sorry if this video was not as coherent as some of my videos, but it was a live thought when I woke up with a fiction hangover. By the way, the Star Trek episodes I did watch, In the Pale Moonlight was one of them, from Deep Space Nine, which has wonderful dark morality questions, involving murder, involving bribery and all this stuff. It's interesting stuff. I'm not saying that fiction cannot enhance your life or shed light on aspects of reality that you might not have thought of. I'm just saying it's a really abstract way to do that. So that's why I'm skeptical of fiction. And this is my real life. Catch you guys later.